see you're actually like awake and not 40. I know when I was in school here, I like typically wasn't at this class, so this is good. I'm gonna start off by saying, if you guys could do this real quick for me, I know it seems like a stupid exercise, but I promise it will tie into what I'm gonna talk about. Write down in a notebook, and I always say, by in a notebook, I mean in a notebook. If you want to make paper, write it on paper. 5 books that you last read, 5 people that you spend the most time around, and 5 successful people that you have interviewed or approached about mentorship. If you do that real quick while I'm kind of explaining who I am and why you should care, that'd be awesome. Alright, so what's going on, guys? My name is Matt Wegzyn. I'm 24 years old, originally from Detroit, Michigan, so that's why I don't sound like probably any of you guys in this room. Came down here 6 years ago. I played football here at UT for 3 years, had 6 concussions. You're done after 4, so after 6 you're really done. It was great. So actually, some of the football guys were probably know my little brother Mike. But you know, I got done playing ball. Parents cut me off. Had to start paying for things. Novel concept. Was really broke. I don't know if anyone here has been broke before. Show of hands, yes or yes. Awesome. For those of you who haven't been broke, I was $12.50 broke. This is the kind of broke where your boys are like, yo, Wegs, let's go to McDonald's, and you're like, nah, like, I don't know if you understand investments, but a small fry is presently 10% of my net worth, and the Big Mac will bankroll me, so it's not an advisable investment. I was this kind of broke, like way too much a month at the end of the money. So I really need something kind of change. I was blessed with the opportunity in Charlotte, North Carolina, doing professional affiliate marketing for an international health and wellness company. It took me about 104 days to hit top 2% of sales in the world. It was awesome. It's opened up a lot of opportunities to me. I currently have my hand in 4 ventures, own my own business. And I want to come and talk to you guys a little bit today about the things I wish I'd heard when I was in school. Honestly, I probably didn't learn as much as I should have when I was in college. I definitely wasn't given the life advice that I wish I had been given. So I want to come and kind of tell that to you. But before I really get into what I want to talk about, I do want to say, you know, typically when I give these keynote presentations, people are paying ticket prices. They're paying to be there. And so I know none of you guys are actually, or I guess all you guys are probably paying to be here technically, but not paying to listen to me. So I didn't even run this by her, but I'll be talking for about 20 minutes. If you really don't care what I have to say, if you're sitting here and you're like, yo, screw this guy, I would actually like to say, please, you go stand outside for 20 minutes. I'd like to know that the people I'm talking to are the right people. So I'm actually going to take a second. If you don't care, please go stand outside for the next 20 minutes. You check Facebook, text message, call somebody. Anybody? No? Awesome. I'm talking to the right people. That's what I like to see. All right, so I'm going to impart first a statistic that I heard. I don't even know if it's accurate, but I like it, and I'm up here, so I'm going to say it. But what it is one of my mentors said, he said, you know, they followed 100 people, excuse me, to the age of 65. They followed 100 people to the age of 65 to see where they ended up. Of those 100 people at the age of 65, 1 was wealthy, 4 were financially free, 5 were doing all right financially, but they were still working, 36 were dead, and 54 were in debt and still working. 1 was wealthy, 4 were financially free, 5 were doing all right but still working, 36 were dead, 54 were in debt and still working at the age of 65. When I heard that, you know, you can look at this a couple different ways. When I heard it, I was like, okay, that's kind of awesome. I get to pick where I get to be. There's a bunch of different categories. I want to be wealthy, so what do I need to do to get there? You know, I was very blessed with being a social person, so I went out and I introduced myself to a lot of people, made a lot of great connections, and networked myself well with successful people, which opened up a lot of opportunity to me. But I was able to learn through these people some key things about success. You know, first one is the first thing I have on the board is the 5 books that you last read. Who here has 5 books that they last read? By their choice. A couple people. Awesome. I'm so glad that half the room can read. Literally, guys, this is way more important than you even understand. In school, you will get a great education about knowledge, but you really aren't going to grow yourself. I've learned that through self-education, I swear, I've earned a PhD after I graduated from UT. Go Vols. But I swear I earned a PhD in success after I graduated from the books that I've read. The average CEO reads 4 to 5 books a month. The average person buys 1 book per year. And of those people who buy that 1 book, 60% of them never even make it through the first chapter. Now, maybe there's a direct correlation, maybe there isn't, but the average CEO makes approximately 536 times what the average person makes. So I'm going to do what they do, say what they say, get what they get. I'm going to start reading books. That's something I wish I'd started doing in school. I didn't even know about this until I was 22, 23 years old. So I want to let you guys know this now, just in case you do care, you stayed in the room. Congratulations, talking to the right people. Start reading books, not fiction, not a biography. Read books about success. There's things called personal growth, personal development books. I know that Nancy, she has just tons of these recommendations. If you need recommendations, go to her. Actually, you may not want to. She probably has so many that she could dump on you, you don't even know. Hit me up on social media. I'll let you know some books that I recommend to people that I work with and mentor. I really want to just kind of throw that out there first, because when the mind stops growing, the body starts dying. You're either growing or declining at all times. You never stay the same. So you get to pick that. Decide to start reading. But I want to get into my talk right now. This really is an hour-long keynote that I'm going to cut down to 20 minutes for you guys.
If you run away, they're totally controlled. So.
Oh, so you're stuck.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. No, I'm going to keep it short for you. I got really bad ADD. I can't even keep track of myself sometimes, so I'm going to definitely keep it short for you. But it's a talk I like to call Heart, Mind, Body. And it does require that you guys actually show you're paying attention. So everyone repeat after me. Everyone say heart. Heart. Oh, that sucks. We're going to do this again. Everyone say heart. Heart. Everyone say mind. Mind. Everyone say body. Body. Oh, I like it. They're in it. It's perfect. I love this. 9:40, baby. Let's do this thing. All right. So we're going to start out talking about heart. Everyone say heart. Heart. All right. Your heart is your why. If you're sitting here going, what the heck is a why? Why do you do what you do? Why do you wake up in the morning? What drives you? What is it that motivates you to do what you're going to do in life? Why do you wake up every day? If money was not an issue, what would you be doing? Think about this. It's a dream. Everyone dreams, but not everyone dreams equally. Think about this. What's your why? You want to retire your mom? You just want to be rich? You want to start a nonprofit? I'll be honest, when I first started into business, my why was big house, Lamborghini, hot wife. That was my why. I'll be completely real with you. If that's your why, cool. That's fine. But use your imagination. I'm telling you, everyone has an imagination, and the limit to your potential is the limit on your imagination, the limit to your dreams. But your dreams live in your conscious mind. If anyone here is psychology people, you get this. Dreams live in your conscious mind. A lot of people do these things called positive affirmations, where they stand in front of a mirror in the morning and they say, I will make $1 million, I will be a CEO, I will be successful. And people believe that makes you better mindset, I guess, going on every single day. And it's been proven that if you believe it, it does. It's a fact. But if you don't believe yourself, it actually makes you more depressed. You need to start working on your paradigm. Has anyone ever heard of a paradigm before? Anyone? Like 3 people. Awesome. I love this. I can teach. I love it. I hated school, so this is great. Okay, paradigm. What this is your subconscious mind. What a paradigm is what you believe about you. Who do you believe you are? Think about it. It's a serious question. Stand in front of the mirror and actually ask yourself, who am I? Who do I believe that I am? One of my mentors, Bob Proctor, talks about shifting your paradigm. He talks about how the most successful people in the world break from the conditioning that they've had their entire life. They break away from that conditioning and they start to believe different things about themselves. The only limit on your potential is the limit on your imagination, the limit on what you think about you. Which ties in kind of the next thing, which is vision. This is all a part of heart. It's your vision. You know, one of my mentors, Rex Crane, amazing peak performance expert, he uses the analogy of eagles. He said, first off, eagles fly at 15,000 feet. That's where you find eagles. And again, I am no eagleologist. I do not know these things as fact. I just regurgitate information. I was a journalism major. That's what I'm good at. So it's funny how I don't use that. Great. I don't use that at all. But eagles fly at 15,000 feet unless there's a thunderstorm. Unless their environment dictates that they cannot fly at 15,000 feet, they fly at 15,000. When there's a thunderstorm, when there's adverse situation, they fly at 20,000. So first thing you need to take with eagles is you need to rise out of whatever environment you're in so you can fly in the clear. Next thing about vision is eagles have tremendous vision. An eagle can see 2 miles. They have 2 miles worth of vision. Now, a lot of times your vision is affected by the environment that you're in. Vision is very important about where you're going to go in life. You always hear about people who run into trees or power lines on the side of like country roads with nobody else around. And you're like, wow, this guy's an idiot. Well, what happened is they start going off the road, and what do they look at? They're going, I'm going to hit the tree, I'm going to hit the tree, I'm going to hit the tree. And what do? They hit the tree, right? Yes or yes? Exactly, they hit the tree. What they didn't think was, while I'm going at a tree, let me look back at the road, because wherever you look, wherever your vision is headed, that's exactly where you go every single time. That's why NASCAR drivers, when they're on the track, their head is stuck in a position. They don't look at the wall. They can't look at the wall. They're going to hit the wall. 2-mile vision for an eagle. The problem is a lot of people, especially in college, they get their vision limited. A lot of our friends look like eagles, but they see like chickens. Chickens see 8 feet. Don't let your vision be limited by the vision of a chicken. Maybe you need to stop hanging around chickens. Which kind of ties to my next point, which is the 5 people you spend the most time around. Look at the 5 people that you spend the most time around. You will always be the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time around. And I'm sure a bunch of you guys have heard that before, and you're like, oh, well, no, seriously, I'm dead serious. Find the 5 people you spend the most time around. Look at their incomes. Look at their level of motivation. Look where they're going in life. You will be the average of them. If you have 5 fat friends, what do you think you're going to be? Fat. If you have 5 broke friends, what are you going to be? Broke. If you got 3 friends who are drunk and 2 friends who are high, I'm no mathematician, I didn't do well in math, but I'm pretty sure 3 drunks divided by 2 highs is some character from Project X. So if that's what you want to be in life, that's great. That's a great 5 for you to have. But if people in your life are wrong, if you look at this list that you write down and you make an excuse for somebody, they're wrong. Get rid of them. Your friends are holding you back. Begin to practice the art of disassociation. Don't just drop your friends cold turkey. That's not what I'm talking about. But I'm saying some of your friends have high potential, but they're going nowhere in life. I got guys who I played with at UT who should be in the league right now, but are working the graveyard shift loading lumber at Home Depot. Guys with master's degrees. Stop hanging out with those people. Drop those people. You know, T.D. Jakes, another great motivational speaker, preacher, he talks about eagles as well. He says, you know, eagles, they pick up other animals. Swoop down, talons, grab an animal, start flying away, hold the animal to their chest. We do the exact same thing. We pick up other animals and we hold it to our chest when we're flying. But sometimes we pick up the wrong animals. Eagles, for example, sometimes they pick up weasels. A weasel can kill an eagle. How? When it gets held to its chest, it starts to dig and claw through the eagle's chest, and it bites its heart and drops the eagle. It kills an eagle. But an eagle won't let go. Every single one of us pick up weasels sometimes. What's your weasel? Is it drugs? Is it alcohol? Is your weasel not being able to hold a schedule? Maybe your weasel is that you love to sleep in. Maybe it's junk food. Maybe it's one of your friends. Maybe it's someone in your life, a relationship you had. What's your weasel? Because you need to drop your weasels before your weasels drop you. And it will happen. I've seen it happen a million times. I don't know much at 24. I can't sit here and tell you about making millions of dollars. I haven't netted $1 million in a year yet. I'm working on it, but I haven't done it yet. I can tell you about this kind of stuff because I've been through exactly what I'm telling you about. Next thing I'm going to talk about is mind. Everyone say mind. Mind. That was pathetic. Everyone say mind. Mind. That's better. Okay. I need to get you guys coffee or something. I should have brought a bunch of coffee. You know, guys, you need to make sure that your mind is in the right spot, that your energy is going right. You know, your energy is a product of your environment, right? Your energy is a product of what your environment is, first off. So you look at your environment, and you realize what you're trying to grow into. Realize what you're trying to grow into. Look at your why, because your why is going to tell you why you're doing this. And it's going to tell you what you're trying to accomplish, what you're trying to grow into. But sometimes your environment is wrong. The energy is wrong for you to grow. You can't grow oranges in Antarctica. You can't change your environment, but you can change your environment. And it starts with you. It starts changing your energy. You know, mind really talks about knowledge and what you know and what you're about to go out and do. Knowing things about what you're trying to do for your career field. And I'm not going to sit here and try to tell you individual specific things because I don't know what you're trying to go into. I'm not super smart like that. I can't tell you every single career field, but what I can talk about is leadership. And I know you're going to be like, oh, okay, this guy's going to talk about leadership. It's very cliche. No, listen. Leadership starts with you. Don't talk the talk, walk the walk. The best leaders don't tell people anything. Starts with their energy. Start by control. You can start doing this right here, right now. If you're a person, you're going, well, I'm not on a sports team. You're going, I'm not in a fraternity or sorority. I'm not in an organization on campus. I'm not even a manager at McDonald's. Figure out that you can do this now. You can start right this second being a leader. Change your energy. Start being positive all the time. It's all good mentality. Can't find a parking spot? It's all good. I need to walk more anyways. Go park somewhere else. Traffic hold up on the highway, big accident. It's all good. Thank God I wasn't in the accident. I left 5 minutes earlier. I'd be in that crash. It's all good mentality. Be more positive. Be positive to everyone around you. Because when you're more positive, you'll begin to dictate the energy of everyone around you. Do the right things. Show up early. Be the last one to leave. If not, why should anyone follow you? Lead like a string. What's that mean? If I put a string on this table right here, string's right here, and I grab the front of the string and I drag it, what's going to happen? String's going to follow directly behind, right? So same string on the table. I push it from behind, what's going to happen? It's going to crumple up and collapse. You don't need to be the leader of an organization. You don't need to be the leader of a team. Start leading yourself. And then you start leading class. People will follow you, I promise. Then you're going to start leading a group of friends. People are going to follow you, I promise. Actually, we're going to do a quick exercise. I know that you guys are like, this guy talks and makes me participate so much. All right, but I need everyone to stand up for this. All right, that was miserable. I literally do this talk, and there's like 70-year-old women who get up, sit back down. That sucked. That was terrible. I swear to God, I have 7-year-old women who pop up faster than that. That was unbelievable. So on the count of 3, you're going to stand up, all right? You ready? Yes or yes? Awesome. 1, 2, 3, stand up. That was a lot better except the football players. I know y'all got squat day and stuff, but you had an off day yesterday. Don't play these games. I know this. I had double tendonitis in my knees and concussions and turf toe and stress fracture. I still stood up fast. I'm just guy. I'd still sit down. All right. So I need everybody to do exactly what I'm doing. You ready? Take your right arm. Put it out straight. Put it up high. Put it out straight. Bend your elbow. Wiggle your fingers. Put it on your head. Put it back here. Put it out here. Put it on your nose. What the heck are you doing? I said point out your nose. There's a bunch of half moose up in here. All right, sit back down. All right, that example showed you exactly what leadership is. Monkey see, monkey do. Y'all were struggling on this, I know. You guys are so, it's okay. It's okay. Well, it takes practice sometimes, it's all good. But hey, guys, who you are and what you do speaks so loud, I can't hear a word that you're saying. Who you are and what you do speaks so loud, I can't hear a word you're saying. You can tell me anything you want, but I'm going to believe who you are by your actions. Don't tell me you're going to be successful, go be successful. I got people in some of my organizations that I work with in business who are like, man, I'm going to make 6 figures. And I'm like, perfect, show me. Okay. I look at their calendar, they're not going to make 6 figures. Who you are and what you do speaks so loud, I can't hear a word that you're saying. Become that positive person. Become that leader, that master encourager. And this is big. Little things to you are huge to other people. Going out of your way to tell someone, hey, you did a great job on that presentation. Perfect. Hey, you did a great job the other day in class when we were doing that group project. I really appreciate that. Hey, I really appreciate you. I know you're my roommate. I appreciate you doing the dishes. Stupid things like that, they go a long way with people. There was a guy in San Francisco who committed suicide. He jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge. When they found his suicide note, it said, I'm going to walk to the Golden Gate Bridge and jump off it. If one person smiles at me on the way, I'll turn back around and go home. One smile. Something that's tiny to you could be life-changing to another person. Be a master encourager. Don't try to be a king maker. Build a bridge to success for other people. Go out of your way to do things for other people. I'm telling you, it's huge. You could change someone's life. Men will go to war for money, but men will die for a ribbon. It's real. I'm telling you guys, this is so important. I wish someone had told me this kind of stuff when I was still in school. It's wild that it took me to like 24 to learn it. All right, last thing we talk about is body. Everyone say body.
Body.
Body is taking action. Very simply put, it's taking action. Kind of goes down here at the bottom. 5 successful people who you have interviewed or approached about mentorship. Who here has approached 5 people about mentorship or called 5 people that are successful and interviewed them about their success? Anyone 5? Anyone 4? Anyone 3? 2? 1? Anybody more than 5? I'm going to tell you there's a lot of power in just picking up the phone, calling someone who has what you want, and saying, hey, can I interview you for 10 or 15 minutes about your success? Ask them, what'd you do to get there? What'd you do to get there? But make sure this person has what you want. If you want a bunch of money, make sure this person has a bunch of money. Someone who's not made $1 million in a year can't teach you how to make $1 million in a year. You want to be great at basketball, you study Michael Jordan. You want to be a great quarterback, you study Peyton Manning. You want to be great at baseball, you study Oprah Winfrey? No, probably not. I mean, I don't know Harpo like that, maybe she has a nasty knuckleball, but I'm just going to assume Oprah's not a good baseball mentor. Be a great heart surgeon, do you study Donald Trump? No. Do what they do, say what they say, get what they get every single time. Call them and say, what did you do to get there? More importantly, why? What were you thinking? Don't do what they do until you think like they think. even more important than what did you do to get there, how did you fail? Where did you fail? I would pay to go to seminars where people got up and taught complete failures, who had all the potential in the world, someone who had everything in their life in the right situation. I would pay to go see them on stage explaining how they screwed it all up. I would love to follow that guy around for a day. Watch exactly what he does and do the opposite. Don't do what they do until you think like they think. Those people, they'll tell you, if it's a multimillionaire, they'll say, you can take every dime out of the bank. That's fine, I'll get it right back. Why? Because I know it. I know how to get it. They know how to make a 6-figure check. They know how to make a 7-figure check. Ask why. And ask about their failure. Failure is the most important step towards success. F-A-I-L, first act in learning. It's the most important thing about your entire journey. Whether it's in business, whether it's in school, whether it's whatever it is in life. Failure. Failure isn't failure unless you quit. Failure is just one more way that it doesn't work. Failure is the path to success. You must fail if you want to be successful. F-A-I-L, first act in learning. You guys, you need to keep all three of these things in line to be successful. All three. Heart, mind, and body. Because if you have your heart and your mind in it, but you don't take action, it's like being a military sniper. And you go aim, 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 but you don't fire. You can't be successful unless you take the shot. You can't have those two. That's called knowledge on ice. You can't have your heart in it. You can't have your heart in it. I was confused myself. You can't have your heart in it and be taking action, because that's called ignorance on fire. You don't know anything. There's no brain involved. No knowledge. Ignorance on fire works for a little bit, just a heads up. You can be ignorantly on fire, and you will be a little successful, but you have to raise your mental thermometer, your thermostat of your income. I'm assuming everyone here has seen a thermostat before. Yes or yes? Perfect. You set it at 65, and your apartment is at 60. What's going to happen? So you go to 65. Same thing, set at 65, and it gets to be 80 in there. What's going to happen? Come back to 65. The same thing inside here about your income. If you're set at $30,000 a year, you can make 6 figures. You'll always come back down to 30. Anyone can make 6 figures once. Keep it. Raise your mental thermometer. Ignorance on fire is great, but if you don't know anything, you don't raise your thermometer. You'll always come back down to your level. And obviously, you can't not have your heart in it. You can't have just the mind or the body. You can't just be taking action knowing what you're doing because then your heart's not in it. Fortune without fulfillment is failure. You need to make sure all three things are in line. Because out there, it's an ocean. And the sharks are going to try to attack your body. People are going to come at you, and they're going to tell you that you're wrong. They're going to tell you that you're going to fail. They're going to tell you and try to knock you off your course. But your heart needs to tell your mind why. Your mind needs to tell your body what you need to do, and your body needs to do. You need to take action. All-out massive action. That's what you need to do to be successful. You guys need to make that money before you collect it. A lot of people think making money is about making, okay, cool, I go make $12 an hour, bringing up as a cashier. That'd be a really good cashier job. You're making $12 an hour doing something. You make $8 an hour. You think that's making money. No. This is making money. You're making money right now. You're making money every time you read one of those books. Every time you look at your group of friends. You're making money every time you interview a mentor. Most people don't realize you must make your money before you collect it. Make your money while you're in school. Start doing the things that are proactive towards your success while you're still in school. Link up with people who have what you want. Do what they do, say what they say, get what they get. Like I said, I wish I had an hour to talk to you. I only had 20 minutes. But you guys, really, I just really encourage you to start making your money now. Start reading the books now. Start interviewing mentors now. And write a handwritten thank you card, by the way. For those of you who've interviewed mentors, interviewed people, has anyone here ever written a handwritten thank you card to them? Oh, yeah, good. Is that like prepared for a class or something? Everyone's like, me? What? Never wrote anything. That's why we had note takers. But seriously, write a handwritten thank you. The power of a handwritten thank you card is tremendous. Buy nice stationery. It costs like $15 from Vistaprint. Mine has like MW fancy on the front. And right on the inside, you'd be shocked at the multi-millions of dollars in my phone in terms of voicemails of people calling to say thank you for that thank you card. Put your business card aside. If you don't have a business card, get a networking card, even if you don't have a business. Just have your name, Matt Wegzyn, Knoxville, Tennessee. Here's my phone number. Put it in there. People will be impressed. Those connections will open huge doors for you. So start making your money now before you go try to collect it. Please, I encourage you to take this to heart. If you took one thing away from this and you're going to go apply it to your life, I feel like I've succeeded in this class. If one person in here takes one thing away and it helps you on the way to success, I'm really glad that I came and did this today. You guys, I really appreciate you letting me come speak to you today. Connect with me on social media. If you want to check out more of my talks, my professional speaking website is mattwegzyn.com. It has more information on me. It has all my social media links. It has connections to a few of my business ventures. There's one that I can't talk about, but there's 3 that I can discuss. Those are all on there as well if you want to check out what I do. Thank you guys very much for listening and being a great receptive audience today. I really feel like I spoke to the right people. But really, just go out there, make your money before you collect it, be proactive while you're still in school, and hopefully our paths can cross at some point in the future. Thank you very much for letting me come here.